Urban combat, tank assaults, and rapid breakthroughs. Ukrainian forces strike across multiple fronts with precision and speed. Watch as buildings are leveled by direct fire. Armored vehicles are ambushed in open terrain, and enemy convoys are stopped cold by hidden mines. Every move is calculated. Every strike is deliberate. From drone-guided operations to daring close-range engagements, what follows is a series of real battles that redefine modern warfare. This is the front line, intense, unpredictable, and unstoppable. The 46th Mechanized Brigade detects a Russian convoy approaching from a different direction and quickly launches an artillery strike. Several Russian vehicles are hit, but continue moving through the rising smoke. Repeated artillery fire blankets the area, forcing Russian troops and damaged vehicles to scatter.
I don't think Russians do this anymore because they've learned their lesson. I think they spread out now more.
Ukrainian forces target and destroy the immobilized vehicles. 2 Russian soldiers attempt to advance on a motorcycle.
Okay, never mind.
But lose control due to the muddy terrain and fall. Before they can recover, a Ukrainian drone operator strikes. As some elements of the convoy approach Ukrainian positions, drones and artillery engage again.
Damn, bro.
The advancing Russian forces are eliminated. In recent months, large-scale Russian convoy assaults have become rare. While they were once frequent, their reduced occurrence reflects the high losses they now suffer during such operations, as shown clearly in this engagement.
It's because it's not World War II anymore. Nobody does this anymore.
A Ukrainian APC approaches a building where Russian forces are positioned. It advances through a heavily damaged urban area without cover. And opens fire on the target. Ukrainian soldiers, already near the building, engage in a firefight.
You can barely make it out.
They move along the wall under fire and throw explosive charges into the windows before quickly retreating to the vehicle.
Look at them getting shot.
Minutes later, the charges detonate.
Oh, that's an American Humvee.
A powerful explosion destroys the lower floors, causing the upper structure to collapse. The blast buries enemy positions, weapons, and supplies under debris. A second explosion brings down the rest of the building.
Man, I used to live in one of those apartments, okay, when I was a kid, except mine was a 9th floor. I think these are 5-floor apartments. They're old.
A Russian BMP-2 armored vehicle advances toward Ukraine's southern defensive line.
Porushnik.
The vehicle moves cautiously across the terrain with its crew on board. After a brief pause, the driver changes direction, likely searching for a safer route.
They followed the shit out of him.
He was unaware of the mine that had been planted earlier by Ukrainian soldiers. That decision leads directly into a concealed Ukrainian anti-tank mine.
Ooh.
The explosion lifts the vehicle, tearing through its structure. Flames quickly engulf it. A secondary detonation follows, likely triggered by internal ammunition. The vehicle is destroyed. No crew members survive. Ukraine's prepared defenses once again halt a Russian advance.
Look at all those mortars everywhere. Everywhere, dude. It's like being on like moon with all those craters everywhere.
On another part of the front, 2 Ukrainian Leopard tanks leave cover for a high-risk operation. Guided by UAV coordination, The tanks move in close formation before one advances along the road to engage, while the second turns and fires from the flank. The enemy responds but is unprepared for the maneuver. Explosions remain in the distance. Due to the drone threat, tanks on both sides typically operate from cover, making this open assault unexpected.
Wow.
Key enemy positions are hit. After completing the mission, both tanks reverse course and withdraw. Among recent operations, this stands out as one of the most daring.
I bet.
A Ukrainian tank advances toward a building occupied by enemy infantry. It fires its main gun at the structure. Two reconnaissance drones monitor the strike. One captures the impact from a close angle. The enemy position is destroyed, and the tank continues its movement. On the Eastern Front, Russian forces gather for a coordinated assault. Two armored vehicles advance in close formation, moving quickly toward Ukrainian positions.
Barely see them.
They are unaware of the mine that was previously planted by Ukrainian soldiers. As the lead vehicle enters a narrow path, it strikes a hidden Ukrainian anti-tank mine.
Yeah, the second one's gonna turn around. Bye-bye. Oh, he just
The
keeps
explosion
going.
is immediate and powerful, tearing through the vehicle and setting it ablaze. Within seconds, it is fully destroyed. The second vehicle, just meters behind, comes to an abrupt stop after the blast.
Wow.
Despite the proximity, its crew survives the explosion.
I'm surprised.
The strike highlights the effectiveness of Ukrainian minefields and the thin margin between destruction and survival on the battlefield.
I'm surprised those guys survived. Honestly, that blast was freaking huge.
Two Ukrainian tanks advance directly toward enemy positions without maneuvering. At close range, their main guns strike with full force, destroying the targets ahead. The tanks operate in open terrain without cover. Despite the nearby tree line, no anti-tank fire is detected. Reconnaissance had correctly assessed the area before the assault. The enemy is unable to respond effectively, and the tanks break through the forested strip, clearing positions up to the northern edge of the front line.
Wow.
After the operation, the tanks withdraw. Given the high-risk nature of the assault, future movements return to covered positions.
Oof.
The operation is complete, but the war is far from over. With every strike, Ukrainian forces adapt, outmaneuver, and
Gonna
endure.
have to.
What you've seen is just one chapter in a conflict that evolves by the hour. More battles await. More missions unfold. Stay alert. Stay informed. The next strike is already in motion.
Drones, baby, drones. We talked about this. I talked about this in my last video, that a $20,000 drone overtakes a $3.5 million or $5 million tank. I had a lot of comments in that last video saying, Oleg, slow down. These drones are not $20,000. The most basic ones you can get with an explosive charge could be roughly anywhere between $1,000 to $2,000. I mean, that just blows my mind. That's crazy. You still need tanks, but there's no reason, right, for these thousands and thousands of tanks. It just doesn't work. So anyways, it's a crazy video. Shout out to ATA Media for providing this video. Check them out. Their link to their channel will be in the video description. Check them out, and we'll see you guys next time. Do побачення.